Reacting to the news of two men taken into custody related to his daughter's disappearance, 15-year-old Alisa Petrov missing since April 21st. It's now almost June. I've spoken with Nikolai, Alisa's father, a lot over the last month, and today we sat down to discuss the recent developments in this case with the hopes they can lead to Alisa's whereabouts and safe return home. When you heard that, what were your thoughts?
When I first heard that they found the guy in Utah, based on the warrant that I saw, it seems like he was not as bad as the Florida guy who was basically telling Alisa how to run away and how to hide, which is obviously the biggest problem we have right now, because if she was not hiding, she would probably already be found.
Here we are with some movement in the case, but your daughter still hasn't been found. That's priority number one, right? That's the big one.
Right. And that's exactly what we told the police too. We go, look, like if you have to choose between arresting somebody and bringing Alisa, we would rather prefer Alisa to come back and not arrest whoever is giving her up, because that's not really as big of a concern to us at this point.
Can you share what you tried to do with her in terms of the apps and the things like that that you were trying to instill in her so this wouldn't happen, so she wouldn't have these conversations?
Unfortunately, we actually trusted her and we didn't install any parental controls. So this is the big mistake here, right? You need to have parental controls. You need to actually have parental controls on all devices, not just on the phone, because as you discovered, she had this hidden iPad and we completely forgot about that iPad. We should have probably continued blocking Samsung and we should have continued to monitor what she was using, but since we did not, that actually created that hidden iPad problem.
And the iPad caught you by surprise?
Yes.
What can the public do moving forward here to try to help any way possible?
I think if they just spread the word and maybe like share the information, it would be helpful, because we are hoping that somebody will see her somewhere and let us know. Obviously, it's best if she just walked in the door and said, hey, like, I'm back. Like, that would be the best outcome.
Alisa's parents knew about her use of apps and social media when they discovered them on a laptop last summer. They went through it to try and clean up the apps, like Discord, and remove the users and people she had been talking to. Nikolai says he doesn't know where his daughter is, but is leaning on Las Vegas, since that's where she said she was going and where she intended to meet up with one of the men she was talking to. Brian Cheney, KUTV2 News.